All right. Well, Patrick was in with Dine Magazine with some wines from Campania from a co-op, and he and the McDowells are representing these wines here in South Florida. And the project is called Guarda 33 and Guardia 33, and it's some nice wines. Co-ops are organizations that would take fruit from growers, small growers, and make them into wine, and have various different labels that they sell. Some domestically, some for the export market. And most co-ops make average wine. Nothing exceptional usually, but when these guys were approached to make this wine for them, they looked at the facility and they said, "Man, we cannot make great wine in this facility." So next door they built a separate facility to make these wines. So pretty impressive for a co-op stuff. And the whites I like better than the reds. Aglianico, the great red grape of the South, really starting to catch some steam though in this country. We're starting to see a lot more versions of this varietal available. So some pretty exciting stuff. The Falangina. Really nice little entry-level white with fresh apple and pear-like fruit, notes of fresh barley, almost beer-like, on the nose. A light and easy drinking wine, the ancient name for the pole or trellis. That's what Falangana means. It holds up the grapevine. All right, nice little wine there. And then next up, the Fiano. And this one had a bit of a tangerine, kind of quinine citrus fruit on the nose. Also, again, that grain, almost beer-like quality to the nose. A nice zest on the tongue, though. Tangy citrus with a nice amount of minerality, that tangerine kind of citrus showing up. And that quinine, again, on the finish. Really nice little bottle of Fiano. Next up, the best wine I thought was the Greco. Greco, one of the more impressive grapes you'll find from this region. This lovely lemon zest, whetstone-like mineral nuance, and a light floral note to the nose. Lemon blossoms, really pleasant and appealing. Nice minerality showing through on the palate here. Nice focus of lemon citrus fruit, really persistent and nice length on the finish. Leaves the tongue salivating for food. Yes, this white had the most to it, most going on here. And for 15 bucks, 15 bucks, 15 bucks, they're all the same price. My money's on the Greco here, folks. All right, the Aglianico. This wine is, like I said, the local, red varietal here that's probably has the most potential. And this is a 100% stainless steel version of this wine. Really fresh style and light. Aglianico can produce these incredibly opaque, dark, and age-worthy wines. Well, this isn't one of them. This had this lovely cranberry and red cherry kind of fruit on the nose. Fresh flowers, really simple and pleasant. Fresh and light on the palate, also with smooth tannins and a nice freshness on the finish, but really light style Aglianico, but good nonetheless. And then the Reserva, Rosso Reserva, and this is a legal term, I guess, in this part of the, first of all, the Italian wine nomenclature's very confusing. You have DOC, you have DOCG, you have IGT, and now you have a wine, their classification that's going to be called DOP, a new one. So yes, that's right, folks. You really have to keep up on your Italian wine to know exactly what these names mean and refer to, and they're constantly elevating regions from DOC to DOCG. So, like I said, very confusing. But one of the things they have to do, I guess, is age this wine 24 months in French barrique. I mean, can you believe that? They have to use French oak. They can't use American. They can't use any other kind of oak, and they use a lot of Slovenian oak in Italy. So maybe not the most traditional thing, but I don't know. They pulled that rule from some other DOC, I'm guessing. And this wine had a little more intensity, and you definitely noticed that perfume from the oak. Kind of nice bouquet, red cherry, again cranberry-like fruit, some nice perfume showing there, and a nice amount of fruit also. But I just didn't think this wine had that much more going on than the first one. Maybe just a little oak component added to it, but like I said, the white's much better than the reds in this lineup. All right, coming up next, Pat stopped in with a few things from Trinchero Winery.